The Mafia is a criminal organization that has been around for centuries. They are known for their involvement in a variety of illegal activities, including gambling, loan sharking, extortion, and murder.
Oh.
But what most people don't know is how the Mafia launders money. In order to make their money, the Mafia has to launder it first. This means that they need to find ways to make their dirty money look clean, so that they can use it without drawing any attention from the authorities. One way that the Mafia launders money is through casinos. Casinos are a great way to launder money because there is always a lot of cash flowing through them. The Mafia can easily mix their dirty money in with all of the other cash at the casino, and then they can take some of the profits and put it back into the casino to keep the cycle going. In addition, casinos are often located in areas where there is a lot of foot traffic. This makes it easy for the Mafia to move cash from the casino to other places where they can use it. Another way that the Mafia launders money is through businesses that deal with cash. Businesses like restaurants, bars, and retail stores are perfect for money laundering because there is always a lot of cash on hand. The Mafia can simply take some of their dirty money and put it into one of these businesses, and then they can take some of the profits and use it to buy more illegal goods or services. They may also use the profits to invest in legitimate businesses, which is a great way to make dirty money look clean. By investing in a legitimate business, the Mafia can show that they are legitimate businessmen, and this can help them to avoid any suspicion from the authorities. In addition to using businesses to launder money, the Mafia also uses real estate. Real estate is a great way to launder money because it is a tangible asset that can be held for years. The Mafia can purchase a property with dirty money, and then they can rent it out to a legitimate business. This will allow them to generate income with the dirty money, and it will also help them to hide the fact that they own the property. This is because rental income is a legitimate source of income, and it is not unusual for a business to rent a property from an individual. In addition to using properties to launder money, the Mafia also uses art. Art is a great way to launder money because it is a tangible asset that can appreciate in value over time. The Mafia can purchase a piece of art with dirty money, and then they can sell it to a legitimate art dealer. This will allow them to make a profit with the dirty money, and it will also help them to hide the fact that they purchased the artwork with dirty money. This is because art can appreciate in value, and it is not unusual for an art dealer to sell a piece of artwork for more than they paid for it. The Mafia is also known for its involvement in various legal businesses. These include restaurants, bars, nightclubs, casinos, waste disposal companies, construction companies, and even legitimate banks. Through these businesses, the Mafia is able to launder money and support its illegal activities. The Mafia has been involved in money laundering for centuries. In the past, they would often use cash-intensive businesses such as casinos and restaurants to launder their money. However, in recent years, they have become more sophisticated in their methods. Today, the Mafia uses a variety of methods to launder money, including using legitimate banks to move money around, investing in offshore accounts, and creating fake businesses. One of the most popular ways that the Mafia launders money today is through trade-based laundering. This is when they import or export goods that are either overpriced or undervalued. By doing this, they are able to move large amounts of money around without setting off any alarms. For example, let's say that the Mafia wants to move $1 million from Italy to the United States. They could do this by importing goods from a company in Italy that are worth $1 million. The goods could be anything from wine to furniture to clothing. The important thing is that the goods are worth $1 million. Once the goods arrive in the United States, the Mafia would then sell them for a profit. The profit would then be used to fund illegal activities in the United States. Another popular method of money laundering used by the Mafia is bank-based laundering. This is when they use legitimate banks to move money around. The Mafia has been known to use banks in countries with weak banking regulations to move money around. They would open accounts in these banks and then deposit money into those accounts. From there, they would transfer the money to another account in another country. This is a popular method of money laundering because it is relatively easy to do, and it is difficult for authorities to track the money. Another way that the Mafia launders money is by investing in shell companies. Shell companies are businesses that exist only on paper. They do not have any employees, offices, or assets other than a bank account. The Mafia can set up shell companies in tax havens, and then use them to move money around. For example, Let's say that the mafia wants to move money from Italy to the United States. They could set up a shell company in Italy and then transfer the money to that company. Once the money is in the shell company, it can be moved to the United States through a wire transfer. In addition to these methods, the mafia also uses more traditional methods of money laundering, such as buying and selling property and investing in stocks. When buying property, the mafia will often buy properties that are in need of repair, will then renovate the properties and sell them for a profit. When investing in stocks, the mafia will often buy stocks in publicly traded companies. They will then hold on to the stocks for a period of time and then sell them for a profit. Now that you know how the mafia launders money, do you think it is possible to stop them from doing it? The mafia is a powerful criminal organization, and they have been around for centuries. They have a lot of money and resources, and they are not afraid to use them. It is estimated that the mafia has about $600 billion in assets. That is a lot of money. And they use a lot of that money to launder money. So it is very difficult to stop them from doing it. Despite the difficulty, it is possible to stop the mafia from laundering money. It takes a lot of effort and cooperation from different agencies, but it can be done. One way to stop the mafia from laundering money is to target their businesses. The mafia makes a lot of money through their businesses. So if you can take away their businesses, you can take away their money. This is why it is important to prosecute mobsters for white-collar crimes. White-collar crimes are crimes that are committed by business people. They often involve financial crimes, such as fraud and embezzlement. If you can prosecute mobsters for these crimes, you can put them in jail and take away their businesses. Another way to stop the mafia from laundering money is to go after their assets. The mafia has a lot of assets, including properties, artwork, and vehicles. If you can seize these assets, you can take away the mafia's ability to launder money. This is why it is important for law enforcement to have strong asset forfeiture laws. Asset forfeiture laws allow law enforcement to seize assets that are used to commit crimes. So if law enforcement has strong asset forfeiture laws, they can seize the mafia's assets and put them out of business. In addition to these two ways, there is one more way to stop the mafia from laundering money. This is to raise public awareness about money laundering. The mafia is able to launder money because people do not understand how it works. If people understand how money laundering works, they can be on the lookout for it and report it to the authorities. This is why it is important for schools to teach students about money laundering. By teaching students about money laundering, we are raising a generation of people who will be on the lookout for it. Overall, it is difficult to stop the mafia from laundering money. The mafia is a powerful criminal organization, and they have been around for centuries, but it is not impossible. If we target their businesses, go after their assets, and raise public awareness about money laundering, can stop the mafia from laundering money. Now that you know how the mafia launders money, do you think it is possible to stop them from doing it? Let us know in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we want to thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. We would really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you as part of our community. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.